to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. And the ball is intercepted. Looking for the room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and look. Man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Selden. He's stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right?
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's probably mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First down for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up the
advantage on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive game. Let's go get set.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
Already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play action.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get him under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown time. Man, did he show some promise for that?
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by the air if I need to. Good job getting in there, getting the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Matthews. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they opens touchdown time in Tennessee. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
And it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Now on first down from the 28. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
They opened a lead, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Back to throw. It's Iyamaleama. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, this quarterback is going to have to be precise with his timing and his accuracy. He's already thrown a pick. That one got swatted away, guys. We're only in the first quarter. These windows are tiny to throw into.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Prentice. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, beating the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Just feeds the running back. At the 25 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The freshman just a little too much on that one.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He's looking to throw. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Huge play in the red zone. Third and goal coming up. Marches ahead. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. The snap sets up the throw. And he rolls into the house. The mantra is always finish. They're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And the defense was so close. They had done such a good job up to that point, setting up a fourth down. It looked like they had the QB corralled, but they let him escape. That is going to be a coaching moment for them moving forward.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up.
Running toward the tape. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get a great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. They'll try it on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, 4th and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for it on 4th and inches every single time.
He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they're going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Going deep, and they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the balls blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. It's complete on the right side. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Fast motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick them up, put them down, shoot up yards, getting a big play down the field.
He's looking to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown ball.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his spot. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want him to be physical.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Using the quick game. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's ball. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to run it. He got a bunch of work, close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Now improvising. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Just destroying his way through the field. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
But we know down here when you're throwing into the end zone, the windows are so small. Ball gets tipped like that. There are a lot of defenders lurking around. QB's lucky that one wasn't fit.
Second and looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Haynes. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Alabama. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely
to the air. It's Iamaleava. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. Instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out, and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Finds his man. It's long. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to power their way ahead. Just outside the red zone, as they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They're getting this guy lathered up.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. Got enough space. Finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The Tide is high and rolling as they try to send Rocky Top to rock bottom, and they've built a big lead.
And Alabama's simply been the more physical team in this game, and you're starting to see that exert itself here in the second half. They're pulling away, David. Tennessee's going to have to do something here, keep this thing close.
And the hard part for Tennessee is you've got to stay positive. You've got to believe you can win. This series hasn't always been in their favor, and they kind of know Bama's had their number of late, but they got to stay positive. They got to make something happen on this next drive.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Pocket starts to collapse. Can't get him to the ground. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw. It's Iyamaleava. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. Wide out in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. Makes a catch past the sticks. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it to the right. Oh, he just flat ran over it. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. On the ground, it's Hill. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. We're interested to see what the offense does on this next one.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown! And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Coming out with it, it's Lewis. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. motion, trying to get the defense to show his hand. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw. It's Iamaleava. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10.
42 Spider.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Setting up the screen. Got some room in it at the goal line. Touchdown! And the beatdown has ensued. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jess, and you got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
To the air, it's Iamaleava.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Toss to the outside. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff. Rivalries are considered